Considering the light of the righteous. So Proverbs 13 verse 9 says, "The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out." Matthew 5 verses 14 to 16 says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. This is the light of the righteous. It shines and it continues. Acts 16 verse 25 speaks about Paul and Silas praying and singing praises to God. I'll read from verse 22 to verse 32 in Acts 16. "And the multitude rose up together against them, and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them. And when they had laid many stripes upon them, they cast them into prison, charging the jailer to keep them safely. Who, having received such a charge, thrust them into the inner prison and made their feet fast in the stocks. And at midnight Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto God, and the prisoners heard them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken. And immediately all the doors were opened, and everyone's bands were loosed. And the keeper of the prison, awaking out of his sleep, and seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword, and would have killed himself, supposing that the prisoners had been fled. But Paul cried with a loud voice, saying, Do thyself no harm, for we are all here. Then he called for a light, and sprang in, and came trembling, and fell down before Paul and Silas, and brought them out, and said, Sirs, what must I do to be saved? And they said, Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and thou shalt be saved, and thy house. And they spake unto him the word of the Lord, and to all that were in his house." Paul and Silas here being a light that's rejoicing, praying, singing praises to God, and through this, leading others to that light, salvation. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. The real impacts of real Christians living out genuine Christian lives are eternal.